One legendary hunting rifle. Stop wasting money on plastic junk, folks. You walk into the gun shop, right? And you are drowning in choices staring back at you off the wall. Every kid behind the counter wants to sell you the latest polymer space gun that costs $3,000 and feels like a cheap toy. They tell you if it ain't brand new for 2024, it's obsolete junk. That's nonsense. Real shooters know that true craftsmanship and mechanical soul beat the biggest marketing budget every single time. We're cutting through that hype today. We're talking about the platforms that actually put meat in the freezer, platforms that have earned their keep through decades of cold mornings and tough hunts. If your rifle isn't dependable when your hip is aching and your eyes are failing, it's just expensive clutter. We're breaking down the most proven rigs right now. Stay tuned. Let's get into the real deal before inflation wipes out your next hunting trip budget. Nahayanai. Number 1. The Winchester Model 70, a workhorse that earned its stripes. This is the rifleman's rifle, brother. We have to pay deep respect to the Winchester Model 70. This thing is arguably one of the most battle-tested and proven hunting implements ever devised by man. You hear it mentioned in the same breath as the Remington 700, and there's a good damn reason for that. This platform earned its title straight from the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, who cemented their legacy way back in the 1800s mastering the lever gun. When the Model 70 dropped in 1935, it reset the standard for bolt actions. It didn't just show up. It borrowed the best mechanical guts from the dominant bolt guns of that time, specifically the Mauser-98. That means you get that legendary Mauser-style controlled round feed, complete with that massive, non-rotating claw extractor. The bolt grabs the rim and holds it tight from the magazine through the chamber and all the way out during extraction. It's a phenomenally reliable system that laughs at double feeds and jams when you are under stress. The feel of this rifle? It was built light, and it was gorgeous. That classic American walnut stock with the sharp diamond checkering just feels right in the hands. After the Second World War, when the economy started booming, its popularity went stratospheric. GIs returning wanted to get into the woods, and the Model 70 was the gold standard waiting for them. Winchester has chambered this action in just about every cartridge known to man, including dropping a modern version in the flat-shooting 6.5 Creedmoor back in 2018. When you talk accuracy potential, the internal geometry, the lockup, and the action timing are all engineered to deliver consistent impact shot after shot, season after season, even after sending thousands of rounds downrange. So, who is this for? This is for the purist who respects history and demands flawless mechanical function, period. While the Model 70 represents the pinnacle of the classic bolt gun design, the next rifle shows us what happens when you put that military pedigree into a sporting semi-auto package. Number 2. The Browning Bar, semi-auto firepower with legit pedigree. Let's switch gears. This is the Browning Bar, and yeah, it's a semi-auto, but this thing has a serious pedigree. It's a sporting rifle derived straight from the original Browning automatic rifle, the Bar, the beast that saw heavy combat use in the Second World War and beyond. John Moses Browning, the genius behind it, introduced the original in 1918. That wartime bar was a fully automatic thing chambered in the powerful .30-06 cartridge, basically the M249 SAW of its day, serving the U.S. Army everywhere. That battlefield-proven design geometry speaks volumes about the quality of the action we see today. The current Browning Bar is a dedicated sporting rifle, but don't think for a second it's weak. The action was heavily modified to turn it into a reliable, smooth-shooting semi-automatic to tame that raw performance for the hunter. What you get is a venerable rig that feeds reliably from a 3 or 4 round detachable box magazine. It's available in all the popular calibers you need for medium game, 7mm, .308, and .243. They even make a beautiful safari variant in .33-8 Winchester Magnum, more than enough kinetic energy for the biggest, meanest things North America can throw at you. One of the best things about the bar, it's surprisingly light for a semi-auto platform. Even the heavy-hitting .33-8 bar weighs in at just a little over 8 pounds. That's only about 1 pound heavier than many bolt actions in the same class. Because it's gas-operated, the recoil impulse is incredibly mild and manageable. That soft recoil lets you stay on target and allows for fast, accurate follow-up shots if you need them. This is a rifle for the guy who needs speed in a tight situation but doesn't want to trust a flimsy modern design. It's tough hardware disguised as a hunting rifle. If you are hunting moving hogs or need quick follow-up on running elk, this semi-auto action keeps the fight manageable for your aging eyes and stiff joints. However, if you prefer the deliberate reliability of a manually operated rifle, the next entry is the absolute benchmark against which all others are measured. Number 3. The Remington Model 700, the American standard workhorse. All right, you knew this one was coming. You simply cannot discuss this subject without talking about the Remington Model 700. This rifle is the definition of an icon. It has probably seen more opening days than every other rifle on this list combined. It's trusted by guys buying their first gun and by seasoned long-range experts. The 700 is famous for its fantastic ergonomics and its legendary out-of-the-box accuracy potential since it hit the market back in 1962. This firearm absolutely dominated the bolt-action landscape. Remington moved over 5 million Model 700 rifles. That includes over 900 different configurations. Those numbers are staggering. So what makes the thing tick? The Model 700 uses a push-feed action, meaning the bolt face just pushes the next round out of the magazine and into the breech. The real genius, the marketing hook, was Remington's 3 rings of steel concept, all about action strength and user safety. You had one ring of steel from the bolt head recessing into the barrel, a second ring formed by the barrel threading into the receiver, and a third ring from the forward receiver ring. That steel surrounded the case head, making for an extremely strong and safe lockup. That consistency is why the 700 platform is famous for its precision. That accuracy wasn't just noticed by hunters. Back in the 1980s, the U.S. Army adopted the Model 700 action as the M24 sniper weapon system. Later, around 2010, they upgraded those chassis into the M2010 enhanced sniper rifle, converting the original .308 long action to the much more potent .300 Winchester Magnum. The military putting that much increased pressure on the original receiver geometry is all the proof you need regarding the action's durability. This military pedigree is exactly why the 700 became the go-to footprint for civilian precision rifles. For the hunter needing absolute, proven durability that can be worked over by any gunsmith in the country, this remains one of the all-time greats. If you have arthritis, the smooth action lift is much kinder than the stiff bolt lift of some military surplus guns. While the 700 set the market standard for decades, the next rifle stepped in to give the budget-conscious hunter a serious, modern option. Number 4. The Ruger American Rifle Series, the modern budget workhorse. Next up, we have a much more modern contender that has absolutely dominated the entry-level market, the Ruger American Rifle Series. You cannot have this conversation without bringing this platform up. Ruger launched this line of medium-weight bolt guns back in 2011, and they have been flying off the shelves faster than dealers can restock them. So, what makes the Ruger American such a standout? Even though this is a mass-produced, budget-friendly firearm, it delivers terminal performance that punches way above its price bracket. These rifles are incredibly lightweight, which makes them a dream to hump up and down mountains all day when my knees are screaming at me. They handle fast, and they are famously accurate. Ruger packed these things with features that used to be exclusive to high-dollar custom builds. You get a rugged, all-weather synthetic stock. You get a cold hammer-forged barrel, which provides excellent harmonics and a massive service life. You get Ruger's proprietary integral bedding block system, which creates a rock-solid metal-to-metal lockup between the action and the stock. The barrels are also free-floated from the factory, which is a huge aid to consistent accuracy. Plus, the triggers are user-adjustable. You can tune the pull weight to your exact preference right out of the box. The Ruger American is available in a massive variety of calibers. You can grab one in the classic .30-06 Springfield for dropping big game, or you can get the ultra-reliable .223 Remington for varmint control. But the biggest selling point is the affordability. You can often find these rifles on the street for as low as $400. Because of that price point, the feature set, and the reliability, a lot of guys, myself included, view the Ruger American as the spiritual successor to the Remington Model 700 for the 21st century. It's just that good. And because it is so popular, the aftermarket support is massive. You can customize these guns to fit your exact mission requirements. This rifle is proof that you don't need a mountain of cash to get a reliable tool that won't let you down when the pressure is on. If you need a budget precision package that still feels modern, this is it. But for those demanding premium features and guaranteed accuracy right off the line, we move to the next hybrid contender built overseas. Number 5. The Weatherby Vanguard, the Precision Hybrid. Last on our list, but by no means least, is the Weatherby Vanguard. This rifle often gets labeled as a high-end hunting rifle. It is a very popular choice for seasoned shooters who demand extreme reliability and sub-minute of angle accuracy. The Weatherby name carries a lot of weight in this industry. Roy Weatherby established the company back in 1945, known for premium, hard-hitting bolt-action hunting rifles. In the 1960s, Weatherby partnered with the Hoa Machinery Company out of Japan, and this partnership gave birth to the Weatherby Vanguard rifle. The Vanguard was designed specifically to be a more cost-efficient alternative to Weatherby's legendary Mark V series. Not everyone could justify that Mark V price tag, but the Vanguard delivered that Weatherby performance at a much more accessible price point. To this day, Hoa manufactures the Vanguard's action and barrel, and they do a phenomenal job. Hoa ensures this firearm is incredibly accurate right out of the box, especially when you feed it quality match ammunition. The action itself is interesting. It's not a pure Mauser-style, and it's not a pure push feed. It is sort of a hybrid blend using an M16-style claw extractor on a Mauser-type bolt body. Regardless of the technical nuance, the action is rock solid and extremely effective. The Vanguard line is available in 16 different calibers, so you have plenty of options to choose from. You can get the 223 Remington, perfect for varmint hunting. Or you can step all the way up to the 375 Holland & Holland. That is a legendary cartridge that will stop large and aggressive game dead in its tracks. The modern Vanguards even come with a sub-minute of angle accuracy guarantee. That means a 3-shot group at 100 yards measuring 1 inch or less. They also ship with a high-quality, crisp 2-stage trigger, making the Weatherby Vanguard one of the absolute best values for the money in the hunting rifle market today. This is what you buy when you want near-custom performance without the custom price tag, and it handles big boomers well without punishing your shoulder too badly. Now let's pivot away from the long-range bolt guns and look at some true classics built for the dense, rugged bush country, where speed beats precision every time. Number 6. The Remington Model 7600 Game Master, the pump-action workhorse. We are kicking this off with the Amish machine gun, the Remington Model 7600 Game Master. This is pure 1950s Americana, a pump-action workhorse chambered in heavy hitters like the 30-06. Back in the day, if you were tracking whitetail in the thick woods of the Northeast, this was the only real option. The bolt-action craze pushed this thing into the shadows for a while, but it is making a massive comeback, brother. Why? Speed. Manual of arms. When you are knee-deep in a swamp and that buck jumps, you need a follow-up shot right now, and that pump action is faster than any bolt gun on the planet. Collectors and new shooters are hunting these down because they want that lightweight profile. We are looking at 7.5 pounds with a 22-inch barrel. It balances right at the receiver, giving you snap shooting speed but enough stability to reach out and touch something at 200 yards. Iron sights. In a world full of carbon fiber and chassis systems, this shotgun-style pump is a reality check. Simple, robust mechanics win hunts. It's tough as nails, and you can still snag these on the used rack for under $600. The best part? You do not need a master armorer's kit to keep it running. It is a slice of post-war history, and grabbing one of these is a high IQ move for a do-it-all rifle when ammo prices are sky-high. That wood stock just feels right when the temperature drops, and that crossbolt safety is positive. It locks up secure while you are humping through the brush. It is loyal, and it hunts. The main benefit here is the action speed. That pump lets you send a second round downrange instantly on moving targets, and it laughs at the rain. Carry weight is also excellent at 7.5 pounds, meaning it won't punish you for hiking all day in bad terrain. The obvious con is that the pump stroke can feel clunky after hauling it all day, and spare parts are a genuine scavenger hunt since Remington shifted focus. But for fast, reliable follow-up in thick cover, nothing beats this pump. While the 7600 offers unmatched speed for close-range brush busting, the next rifle is a lever gun legend that redefined ballistics for the early 20th century hunter. Number 7. The Savage Model 99. The lever gun iconoclast. Moving to number 7, the Savage Model 99. Man, this rifle did not just change the game. It rewrote the rulebook for lever guns. Go back to the late 1800s. This was one of the first lever guns built to handle the pressure of smokeless powder, rounds like the .303 Savage. It gave hunters a ballistics advantage that was unheard of at the time. It rocked an internal hammer and that legendary rotary box magazine, That rotary spool meant it dropped empty brass straight down and out of your line of sight, unlike tube-fed junk. Sure, the lever action fell out of style when everyone went bolt crazy, but it is storming back onto the scene because people want a rifle that handles fast in the brush. That is where the 99 dominates. You get that classic cowboy nostalgia, but the pointability is tactical. It weighs in between 6.5 to 8 pounds, usually with a 20 or 22-inch octagon barrel. It is a dream to swing through heavy cover and delivers energy on target at 150 yards, iron sights or glass. Price-wise, you are looking at $800 to $1,200, and for that money, you are stealing a piece of art. The action is buttery smooth. It cycles like a Swiss watch, even if you are wearing thick winter gloves. Reloading bench guys are cooking up modern loads to get flat trajectories for elk. That rotary magazine holds 5 rounds, and because it's a spool, you can run pointed aerodynamic bullets without worrying about a tube mag detonation. That was revolutionary. The takedown capability means you can break it down, stow it in a pack, and hike into the deep backcountry. This rifle feels alive in your hands for real-world work, possessing a cycle time that is lightning fast for close-range work on flushing game. The main drawback is the lever loop. If you don't grip it right during a fast cycle, it will pinch your fingers something fierce. Also, mounting a modern scope usually means custom drilling, which adds weight you don't want on a long hike. This rifle is for the dedicated traditionalist who values fast handling and the ability to take apart their rifle for travel. While the Model 99 handles brush like nothing else, the next entry brings back controlled round feed, a feature every serious bolt gun owner demands for reliability. Number 8. The Ruger M77 Tang Safety. Controlled feed in a classic package. Number 3 on the roster. Wait, this is number 8. The Ruger M77. Specifically the Tang Safety generation. This thing hit the market in the 1970s and brought Mauser-style control back to the American shooter. The secret sauce here is that rear Tang Safety. Ergonomically, it is brilliant. You keep your eyes locked on the buck, your thumb flicks it off, and you send it. This is a bolt-action workhorse chambered in flat-shooting rounds like the .270 Winchester. It dipped in popularity for a few years, but right now it is exploding because hunters are actually using them. The main draw is that controlled round feed. It grabs that cartridge from the magazine and holds it tight against the bolt face. It weighs 7 to 8 pounds with a 24-inch barrel. It shoulders effortlessly, perfect for still hunting whitetails when the light is fading. With match-grade ammo, you can stack rounds at 300 yards. You can find these used for $700 to $1,000, pulling in shooters who want Ruger's tank-like durability instead of flimsy imports. That walnut stock wears scratches like badges of honor, and that 3-position safety allows you to lock the bolt down for a safe hike. Reliability is not a luxury up there, it's survival. The pros are clear. The Tang Safety lets you get on target without breaking your cheek weld, and the controlled round feed prevents double feeds, which is critical in gritty conditions. It uses that massive Mauser claw extractor, ripping brass out every single time. The main con is the bolt operation. On early models, the lift can be stiff until you break it in with a few hundred rounds, and factory trigger weights are heavy, usually around 5 pounds, demanding adjustment for precision work. This is the rifle for the guy who respects the Mauser design ethos, but wants modern American manufacturing oversight and a safety placement that just makes sense when you're older and your peripheral vision is shot. We've covered the semi-autos, the pump guns, and the cream of the bolt-action crop. There you have it, boys. 8 legendary rifles that prove steel and wood still beat plastic and computerized junk every single time. These are tools, not toys, built to pass down, not trade in when the next fad hits. If you own one of these, you own a piece of mechanical honesty. If you are still rocking one of these old warriors, tell me this. Do you trust the .308 cartridge in a bolt gun, or do you think the .30-06 still reigns supreme for general North American game? Drop your pick and your loadouts down in the comments section below. If you got something useful out of this no-nonsense analysis, smash that like button, click subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future uploads. We're not going anywhere. Stay safe and shoot straight.